It's nap time here in the house. What that means is, let's talk some comics. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel. This is another comic book edition. And I'm doing a little bit of an unboxing for you today, but also explaining why this unboxing and this product is a little bit different than normal ones I buy. Well, let's get right to it. So not your normal unboxing, it's actually just in a plastic bag. I bought it at one of my local comic book shops here, Presidio Comics here at Tucson Mall in Tucson, Arizona. And the owner, Eric, who I'm friends with, and his wife, Esperanza, they know that I'm really into Captain America. So when this book came in, Eric and I talked about it, and I finally decided to go ahead and buy it. I was a little apprehensive at first because of the type of book it was, because it's already graded, because I like to invest my money into graded comic books. What made this one a little bit different is the type of label it has. But let's show you what it is first before we go any further. It is Tales of Suspense number 59. This is actually the first solo story for Captain America in the Silver Age. I've always wanted an original Captain America book, but from the 40s and the 50s, that original run, it's just not ever going to be in my price house, in my wheelhouse price-wise. But this one is his first true appearance, because I do have the, Strange Tales number 114, the character Captain America's first appearance in the Silver Age, but it wasn't really him. It was actually another bad guy dressed as Captain America. This one is actually a Captain America book. What makes this one different is it's a purple label. So most CGC books, and there's a ton of different labels on CGC books, but we're going to focus on the four main ones. The most coveted ones are those blue labels because they're pure, they're not touched up, there's no alterations, there's no variations, it's just the book that it's supposed to be in its true natural form, with the patina, if you will. And then you have the yellow labels, which yellow labels are actually autographed books. So those are books from CGC specifically that are witnessed. There's a CGC representative and to watch the person sign the book, and that way they can verify that it truly was signed by said person. And then you have the green labels. Green labels you'll see a lot, especially with like Incredible Hulk number 181, because a lot of people cut out those Marvel value stamps. And that just means there's something missing out of the book, that the book is not complete, if you will. Then there's the purple label. What the purple label means is there's been some alterations. In our case here, I don't know how well you can see that with the light on there, it looks like a staple was replaced and there's some tape on the inside cover. But this book, in its true form, would be worth, a decent amount of money. But with that purple label, since it's not the coveted blue label we spoke of, they usually don't come with the same price point, the same premium you would pay for a blue label. So in my case, I got a book that I really wanted that's for all intents and purposes, complete with small changes and variations. Same thing I would find if I went and purchased it at So the nice thing about these purple labels, though, since they don't fetch the premium that you do with some of the blue labels, collectors like myself, who are more in it for just for the sake of having the book, can get them for a relatively more decent price. Whereas the blue labels, they will always fetch that higher price point. So like me, I've always wanted this book, but I was never really willing to spend a high dollar amount for it. Don't get me wrong, it still cost me So with the purple labels, like I was saying, it just really means there's been some sort of, either amateur restoration or professional restoration. In our case, we have a slight A, so it was pretty high quality for the restoration, but they changed some things to make it look like it was in the original condition. So to the untrained eye, you might not notice any of these things. Like there's some tape on the inside and some sealer, and they change out the staples, because usually the first thing to go in some of these older books is the staples, and it will crack along that crease. But like I was saying earlier, I just always wanted this book in my collection, so I'm okay with the purple label because it's the book. Yes, with some restoration, but who doesn't have restoration? I mean, come on. I have restoration. The green labels, to me, I'm back and forth on those ones, only because green labels really do suggest that there's something missing. It's incomplete. It's void of the original book itself. But that, again, like I said earlier with the Marvel value stamp, it varies depending on the book you're talking about. It could be something as small as that Marvel value stamp. It could be as big as it's missing a complete page, or it's separated, there's no cover, so on and so forth. So to me, if I can have a blue label, I'm perfectly fine with purple labels as long as it's, to me, an A or B for the grading or higher, because there was some sort of professional work done there, or close to professional work. And it's just a great book to have in my collection. So personally, most comic book collectors will be dissuaded from those various labels. I'm okay with those labels. I really am. The blue one is great to have, especially if it's a book that you want, but you don't want to spend top dollar for it, but it's a low grade. But you can actually get higher grades of these books in a purple label or even a green label and pay a lot less than you would for a lower grade with a blue label. I guess it's more up to the collector itself. If you're a comic book collector, I'd love to hear what you think. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear if you are anti different color labels, or if you could care less because it's all about the book in that case. But let me know. But hey guys, thanks for taking a moment out to watch this. I thought it'd be fun to show you the new book we just added to the collection. There was another book I almost bought for it, but we just got back from Disney. We got Hawaii coming up soon. Your boy's a baller on a budget right now, a big budget. So we came on with this one, but who knows? I might have another book coming out here pretty soon that we're going to pick up. All right, guys. Well, thanks for taking another ride with us. Please subscribe and like down below if you haven't done so. And, well, let's go comic booking together soon. Bye-bye, everybody.